Hi, Alex, the bicycle guy from Ask, Learn, Go, and today I want to discuss with you how to stop visually careening towards objects. You know, you've seen every new rider, they'll see a fence or a tree or a car and they just head straight for it. So here's how you stop that from happening. That's actually called fixation. Where you look is where you go. And in a bicycle, it's very important when you're riding to look where you want to wind up and not look where you don't want to wind up. So you can teach the new rider how to visually shift their attention from the bad object to the good object. So what you can do is you can actually tap them on the shoulder or tell them to look at, let's say, the stop sign in the distance rather than the fence, and keep repeating that. Look at the stop sign, look at the stop sign. In fact, with some kids, we've actually turned their helmets and heads in the direction, and all of a sudden they realize, oh, well, that straightened me up. I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to. So fixation, looking where you want to go and not staring at what's scaring you. Another issue that a lot of new riders have with visually careening towards objects is how do you make a turn? And it's actually quite easy. It's always slow in, so maybe stop pedaling and just glide in and fast out to pick up the speed and raise the bike more upright. The other thing that you can do as somebody that's helping the new rider is to give them visual cues of what to look at. Okay, first look at the blue bench, and as they get into the turn, okay, now look at that tree, and then they continue to the turn. So the more visual cues you could give them, the more likely the new rider is not going to be looking down or at the wrong object or careening at the object. So remember, as they're making the turn, give them visual cues as to where to look. The last thing that you might want to do is, when you're entering the turn, you might want to use the rear brake of your bicycle to slow the back wheel down so that the front wheel is still spinning and moving while the rear wheel continues to slow down a little bit, and you got to make sure you're still pedaling. So these are the 4 top tips of how to stop yourself from careening towards objects. I'm Alex the Bicycle Guy from Ask, Learn, Go. Check us out on the web.